subscribe, daily boxing videos, guys. So Andre Dirrell did his typical Andre Dirrell move, and he quit. He quit Guillermo Rigondeaux style. This was a rematch between Andre Dirrell and Jose Uzcategui. I think that's how I pronounce his last name. Dirrell looked like a shot fighter. I thought he looked shot in the first fight, and I think Dirrell's been shot. But Dirrell's one of those guys that he's a diva, and he's been very inactive throughout his career. Johnny Nelson was spot on this fight. At the end of the fight, when Dirrell quit, I think it was round 8, Johnny Nelson said what everybody thinks of Dirrell. He said on the live broadcast that this is the problem with Andre Dirrell. Dirrell, every time he's under pressure, he quits. He wilts. He mentally breaks down. He did it against, Johnny Nelson mentioned he did it against Jose Uzcategui tonight. He did it against Jose Uzcategui, a year ago in the first match. He did it against James DeGill, and he did it against Arthur Abraham. And he was right. Andre Dirrell, his biggest problem in his career was he just didn't have the heart. Andre Dirrell has never had a heart. He's had the talent, he's had the speed. He was a good fighter, but he never had the heart. And after seeing this version of Andre Dirrell, he looks like a shot fighter. He no longer has the foot speed that he used to have. Like in his prime, he was always known as like a boxer because he was always moving. In this fight, he wasn't moving. He just didn't look like he had the legs anymore. And he showed, I think it was round 8, round 7, Jose Uzcategui just started putting a lot of pressure on him. And all of a sudden you saw Dirrell breaking down, and he quit in the corner. And I feel sad for Virgil Hunter, because Virgil Hunter was telling him, if you just simply let your hands go, you could do damage in this fight. Because I think it was round 5 or 6, he finally let his hands go, and he was actually backing up Jose Uzcategui. But unfortunately, Dirrell just doesn't have a heart. Dirrell needs to retire. He needs to retire because he's irrelevant. He fights like once every 2 years, and he has no heart. And it's just a new generation of boxers. Dirrell's like 34, 35 now. His best days was back when he fought Carl Froch, back when he fought Arthur Abraham. He just isn't in his prime anymore. And him switching trainers at 35 years old, he got with Virgil Hunter. Him and Andre Ward have known each other since they were in the amateurs back in the Olympics. But at the end of the day, you can't teach an old dog new tricks, and I think that's the case with Andre Dirrell. What you definitely can't do is you can't teach a fighter heart. You can't teach him heart. You could teach him how to throw a jab. You could teach him how to throw an uppercut. You could teach him how to, be proper, how to throw a proper, punch. But you can't teach him heart. Just like you can't teach a fighter a chin. That's why Amir Khan always gets knocked out when he gets in the ring, when he gets hit cleanly, and that's why Andre Dirrell always quits when he's under pressure. Jose Uzcategui is now a new face at super middleweight, 168. He was the younger guy. He was putting a lot of pressure, and I thought he was clearly winning the fight. He was applying the pressure. He had Dirrell, gun shy, and he was just outworking Dirrell, and he made Dirrell quit. So hopefully Uzcategui could fight, maybe Jose Benavidez. That would be a good fight because they're both aggressive fighters. Maybe the winner of the World Series at super middleweight, George Groves, Callum Smith. Maybe you could fight one of those guys. Maybe even James DeGill. Maybe even Caleb Truax. There's plenty of names there. But yeah, his future's looking bright. Jose Uzcategui, and Andre Dirrell just needs to retire because I just think he's past it. Anyway, guys, that's all I have to say. This was basically a typical Andre Dirrell fight. He quits when he's under pressure. He has no heart. And if you watch the video from start to finish, guys, I appreciate it. And as always, subscribe for daily boxing videos, guys. About to see Wilder versus Ortiz next, guys.